In the name of God Almighty,
I would like to thank the UNDP for organizing this meeting. I would like to speak of the experience of Tunisia. This revolution erupted for dignity, and this particular term includes many economic considerations. And they are not just for the sake of living. This started in January, as the new government has been elected, and they seek to respect citizens and for the enhancement of institutions, the NGOs and the media. We consider that the relationship between the government and the media needs to be enhanced through a number of factors. And if we speak of the structure, we need to speak also of the resources. We go back to a number of legislations that give the right of some municipal councils to hold the government accountable and to participate in the process of development. When we refer to resources, we refer here to financial resources and information as a resource. And what I will speak about the situation in Tunisia.
And a resolution was, is it in order to establish a regional committee for development? This committee, or a number of committees who are members in the council, the legislative and also elements and from the civil society and some university professors and a number of workers in the administrative sector. This committee, in fact, had the huge responsibility is to diagnose the reality of governance and in Tunisia, in the 4 governorates of Tunisia, and then start to set a strategic vision in order to acknowledge the periodical and crucial projects regarding 2012. We found out that we have set a budget based on the project that will be submitted by this commission. And this is a changing vision where the Ministry of Financial identifying what are the projects that should be identified in each and every area. And the other question, which is major and a key question, on what are the bases that the budget is distributed and the public investments. Hence, we established what is so-called a participatory process with the members of the founding committee and with the syndicates and else regarding the criteria and the standards objectively regarding the distribution of the resources and the public investments. This means that we have the ability and the capacity of these entities to ask the government to be held accountable. Not this, which this was done not according to a specific political criteria as it has been, as was always done before, but on the criteria that is used in order to protect the public real estate and investment, and a schedule and a table to identify the project established and implemented by each and every governorate. All were scattered between the different ministers and the Ministry of Finance, who had very contradicting information. Hence, it was very important at the beginning. And this was done in order to have a comprehensive and a holistic system and to enhance the capacities of the ministries and the institution for the government to be held accountable. Hence, it was very important to take decisions upon objective standards and criteria. Hence, we established an indicator built on experimental statistics and objective statistics, which led us to a formula through which we were able able to redistribute the resources of the state and the public investments, and this was achieved for the first time in Tunisia. The second time there was a regional meeting with the different institutions, and this was held on January inside each and every governorate. And we established a number and we conducted a number of meetings to listen to the NGOs and civil societies in order to be fully aware of the barriers and the problems, meaning that we were able to conduct a sort of a networking between the different institutions in order to strengthen and to promote the work of these institutions and to be merged in the network regarding development in order to achieve decentralization. And we established local committees for development. We had more than a 600 group where we have a number of committees in order to suggest strategic visions and to follow up the project that should be implemented on ground. Another element which was very important, and these associations and committees should include the investments, and they were in fact directed towards participatory investments, where we have three elements: the public sector and the private sector and these associations, and they should work collectively and collaboratively. And we can put and regarding this map, for example, we have Abu Zaid Governorate, and here we set the total information regarding this governorate, which is the strategic vision, and also the associations and organizations. When they do not have access to information, they will not be able to for decision making and taking, or can hold the government accountable. We also have public investment projects. Hence we had a strategy and provided and submitted each and every project in details, including the progress of these projects. We have 6,400 projects in each and every government rate. We submitted the projects and the phases of progress of each and every project. As for the development indicators, and this indicator was set for the first time, and it was on the national level. We didn't have any regional statistics. We exerted the effort, huge effort, with the different relative ministers and the institutions in order to establish these indicators, which is in fact objectively submitting the reality of development in each and every governorate and in the region in general, relatively and comparatively. And hence these associations can have the ability and the capacity to monitor the real situation on ground, and to monitor the challenges. And I will in fact be raising these questions in order to have your assistance. We used to have fragility and extreme poverty in the local and regional structures. Now we are thinking to restructuring for the aid institutions in order to have the ability and the real capacity. As for the local resources, we are thinking in open regional funds for subscription, public subscription, in order for all the institution banks and the financiers to facilitate in private investment. And we also think to develop the holding companies in each and every governorate, and to open this in order to provide resources for all these sectors in order to be able to work and to achieve. We were trying to find a place for development and to enhance the capacity of work, as it is a forum enabling us to, or a platform to enable us to enhance these capacities. And we also are conducting, or we are in fact trying to have an open area for the stakeholders to have an access to this information. And as you all notice, it is not a hierarchy, but it is a network diagram, and regarding the collaborative economic system, in order, if you are trying to push forward all institutions and organizations to become partners and part and parcel of the operation, hence what is the function that they should be conducted, and to focus their work inside the government, what are the contributions, and also the jobs that should be available as for the management and the governance, and also the means of funding of these institutions and organizations in order to be stakeholders and effective partners.